Hi, my name is Sebastian Vidarte, and I chose paddleboarding for my wheelchair simulation project on spinal cord injuries. In this picture, we can see Dawn Robinson, who unfortunately in 2012, she got into a car accident that took away her ability to walk. There are two types of paddleboarding. There is traditional prone paddling, and this is beneficial because boards are lighter than others and they're also wider. They're primarily designed to go into a straight line, so it is safer for the person with the spinal cord injury to just to go into a straight line. The paddler lies face down and uses his or her arms in order to move forward, and it requires the therapist to get into the water, and most likely it will require a lifeguard on duty just to be safe that for the other person. The adaptation is that the board is has an oval shape indent in the center of the board so that the person can fit better and not slip off. It is concaved in the center of the board, and it's a little rougher so that the person doesn't slip off to the sides or fall into the water. And the other type of paddleboarding is normal adapted paddleboarding. It allows the ability to sit in the wheelchair while paddling. As we can see in the pictures, it has two separate boards on the sides connected to the center board in order to give it stability. And this is important because it empowers people with disabilities to discover independence, freedom, and enrichment through participation in water sports. According to the product spotlight on it ability board, this unique adaptive board system actually incorporates a meticulously crafted stand-up board, an all-terrain surf chair, a custom ramp which allows the wheelchair user to roll into the board unaided, and a mechanism to lock it securely in place. Therefore, the wheelchair won't slip off or roll off, and the stability with the two boards on the side give the person security so that they're not going to fall, or that it gives them safety so that they won't fall into the water. There are many benefits to both of these types of paddleboarding. It is exercise. It is a low impact activity. Something that is very important is that it's a low stress level environment, so they don't have any stress or pressure. They're just enjoying themselves and relieving their mind. It is a core workout. It is a physical activity, and in this case, physical activity is important because it lowers the risk of developing secondary complications after their accident. It helps manage spasticity and chronic pain, which is very important with a person with a spinal cord injury. It helps with mood, it helps with self-esteem, and it strengthens your shoulders, your arms, your core. According to prone paddling, a closer connection to the water, the benefits of this is that you have the water at eye level, so you have more control of the board and of everything that's going around. You have eye level when you paddle, and you have control of every wake, every bump, the currents, everything. You're able to control and see it, and of course feel it. And your whole body is aware of it, and when the board rises and rocks. In the Zoom call, I learned a lot. Something that I learned was that positivity and optimism are very important in any type of injury that can change your way of living. In the Zoom meeting, something I learned was that her positivity was what got her where she is now. I really admired her positivity and her optimism because, as she said, people go into rehab and they have a lot of anger, and I feel like this anger blocks people and doesn't let them go on with their life. So I feel like her positivity is what led her to be very what allowed her to be something in life. What information surprised you? Information that surprised me was the preparation and adaptations that she had to go through. In her Zoom call, I was very surprised when she was talking about the changes that she had to make in her house, like the bathroom in the garage. And we never think about like all the changes that have to go on. Like as she said, that in normal houses toilets are perpendicular to the wheelchair, and she has to be parallel to the toilet so that she could pass on to the toilet. So there's a lot of different things that we do not think about. And another thing that surprised me was the preparation in order to be in a wheelchair. It is a lot harder since they have to prepare mentally and physically, since they have to be pushing that wheelchair around every day. Something I learned this semester was, after learning inclusive recreation services this semester, an attitude that changed was that I now know how to handle it better when I see somebody that is disabled. Instead of treating them differently, or in my perspective, I treated them too nice. And according to when we were on Zoom, I learned that that could come off as some type of discrimination. So I learned that we have to control our emotions and like show them that they are regular people. And this helps me encourage other people because it allows me to advocate for others that aren't able to advocate for themselves.